welcome to the K-Files this morning. We have with us this morning Captain Sherrod. Good morning.
Good to be here, finally.
Yeah, you've been busy. You've been busy.
It's been busy for a lot of us.
And, we're glad when you need to be out on the street and or working hard to solve some cases, then we want you to be. So we understand when sometimes you can't be here. So your cases, we won't talk about too much this morning because nothing has really changed. Y'all are working hard to solve the few cases that Nash County has. How many do you have?
3 open and 1 considered a missing person still with Travis Lynch. So
that's right. So you're still working hard, and if any developments come about, you'll let us know, and we'll get a full report maybe next month. So what do we want to talk about this morning?
Oh man, since the last time I've been here, just a lot has happened. Of course, you mentioned it one time on the show that since the last time I've been here, Lynn Keel passed away in prison.
Yes.
He was a case that we did in 2019, I think it was, where he murdered and was convicted of killing his wife. It was my understanding about a month ago he died of natural causes in prison. So that's happened since the last time I was here. Also, since the last time I was here, the sheriff's office has sent numerous people to Watauga County and Yancey County to help out up in the mountains. The first group was about 12 of us with Sheriff Stone. We went to Watauga County, and there's some of the pictures and the damage that we saw while we were up there. And then we came back for a week, and then the sheriff deployed another group of guys and girls to go to Yancey County. And then
where's Yancey County? Because first of all, y'all went to Boone.
Boone, exactly.
And then y'all went
and then we went way down to Yancey County. Yes, Yancey County. And that picture right there, that was a house. And if it hadn't been for that tree, that house would be in the middle of the road.
Oh.
It washed it down the creek.
My daughter just went on vacation to a cabin in Franklin, which Franklin was not hurt up there, but she came back through Swannanoa, which was the worst. Yeah. She called me and she said the smell of the entire town. She said I was gagging, and she said they had to go to the bathroom, and she said we had to wait. Everything in the town is a porta potty. Everything. There's no bathrooms working. There's no running water. It's awful. So let's still think about those folks because they're not cleaned up at all by no stretch of the imagination.
Well, they just announced last week that they have running water, but it's not drinkable.
Oh,
so
gosh.
They're still having to drink bottled water and things of that nature. So it was tough up there. I can tell you from my experience when we got to Watauga County, and they're probably a 45, 50 member department. And it was tough up there, and the sheriff had told those guys and girls that they had to double up and ride together because they didn't know what they were going to go see. The roads were bad, so they were having, where it would normally take you 5 minutes to get somewhere, you were having to drive 45 minutes to go all around the mountain and get back to where you needed to be. But when we pulled up, now, you talking about being some happy people. Them people were happy to see us in Watauga County.
You better believe they were.
Because the minute we drove up, the sheriff and our sheriff split us up. We started riding with Watauga County, and we immediately doubled the manpower they had in that county.
Wow.
And that within that just a few minutes, because they went from having 2 or 3 cars available to now having 8 and 10 cars available. So, I mean, it was pretty impressive. Things about the mountain still blow me away. I mean, they have state roads up there that are dirt roads that go 10, 12 miles long. Oh. And it just amazes me why there's a dirt road and still in the state of North Carolina, but they have them up there, but it was tough up there. I mean, you had creeks up there that were anywhere from 10 to 20 feet wide that never get 2 foot deep in water, that were flooding second-story apartments. That's how much water they had come through there.
We can only think and pray for those people because we have gone through some pretty bad times in '99. So we can halfway empathize, but their situation looks worse than ours. It just is terrible. Well, so, I can't help but think y'all have done, and it's not marketing.
No.
But it is marketing. When people see the Nash County Sheriff trucks, or our sheriff has just been phenomenal in going to other areas. Anywhere that he needs to go and take his people.
I completely agree, and I've been fortunate enough to go with him to some of the sheriff's conferences, and he's just a very popular sheriff.
Yes, he is.
He has the reputation from the other sheriffs that if we call Keith Stone, it don't matter why we need him. If we asked him, he's coming.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, Republican sheriff, or whatever. It don't matter. He is coming, and I've seen it firsthand at those conferences. I mean, they come up to him and say, "I need this and I need that," and he's like, "You tell me when you need it, and it'll be there."
Yeah.
And those sheriffs reached out to him and called him and said, "Hey, we need some help." And the next thing you know, we're getting emails and phone calls saying who can go to Watauga County for a week, who can go to Yancey County for a week, and it's for us as deputies. I can only speak for myself, but to me, it's just a great feeling to know that your sheriff is that popular and he can just send you wherever he can and still have enough people in Nash County to cover it while we're going to go help people in need.
He knows how to make things happen.
He can make it happen.
He's all about a relationship with another officer, with another agency, no matter if it's next door or across the country.
I agree 100%.
He has networked so much. A friend of mine has a house in Blue and Rock, and that's one friend that's got one in Blue and Rock. I forgot where this one's house is up there. But anyway, they were saying in Boone, somebody made the comment that your sheriff, the sheriff of Nash County, and they were talking to my friend that has the house up there. Y'all's sheriff in Nash County is so popular. All he has to do, he's so connected that anything we needed, he just picked up the phone. Oh, I know so-and-so. I know so-and-so. Let me make a call. And his contacts are beyond anything. The networking he's done with other departments. I mean, he's so helpful when he goes somewhere like that. It's just, it's a sense of pride for us in Nash County to know that y'all's department, y'all's office responds to things like this. So it is a sense of pride for us to see y'all on the news.
Nash County Sheriff's Office is renowned, and we're lucky to have him as our sheriff.
Yes.
I mean, we're extremely popular right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's, people have said it before, and the sheriff's favorite line is this: when I need help, all I have to do is call these guys, and they're gonna come to me.
That's right.
And I mean, and hopefully we won't have to go through anything like that. But all he has to do is pick up a phone call and say, "Hey, I need some help." And those counties that we've been helping all this time are gonna say, "All right, we're on the way."
Or it could be a crime.
Most definitely.
Something happening here that he needs assistance, and
most
he
definitely.
can always get it.
And and you wouldn't think that. So we took our side-by-side with us up to Watauga County, and that thing come into more use than anything we probably took out there. I mean, because there was roads that there was only one way in, and the road got washed away. So we were having to take the side-by-side just to get water and material to the people that were on the other side of that bridge that got washed out that couldn't get out. So I mean, it was a great adventure. I had fun, met a lot of people. We were working 14, 15-hour days, so we didn't do nothing but work, sleep, and go back right to bed to work. But I mean, and it sounds like a long day, which it was, but we had fun doing it because we didn't know those guys and girls, and they treated us like we'd been there forever. And we met a lot of nice people. And JP even said this during the time all this happened. So the organization that Franklin Graham started, that Samaritan Purse, is located in Boone. Their headquarters is in Boone.
I didn't know until somebody said that their headquarters was in Boone.
Yeah, and I'm not here promoting his business or whatever, but I'm telling you, firsthand, I saw at least 600 to 800 people on the ground working from Samaritan Purse while we went with Watauga.
That is a great organization.
It sure is.
We talked about that over on the morning show many times when things happen. Samaritan's Purse would be there.
were.
So, and it's one you can rely on if you want to give a donation to. You're always
yeah.
like, okay, I want to make sure it gets where it's supposed to go and it's used for what it's supposed to be used for. That is one you can take to the bank.
Oh, yeah.
When you give to that organization, you can bet it's going to be used for what it's supposed to be used for.
I agree.
I think they've got a mobile kitchen.
They may have. I know
Trailer
that.
kitchen.
I'm telling you, we rode by so we were on our way to a call, and we happened to go in that direction and saw the campus, and this humongous looked like a college campus, really. And but you could tell it was them because every volunteer was wearing like orange T-shirts with it written on it. And I'm telling you, if I didn't see between 600 and 800 people, and when I say I saw them, they weren't just standing on the side of the road, just standing there. They were out in people's yards cleaning stuff, tearing down stuff, getting ready to rebuild. I mean, it was amazing to see that kind of organization with that many people up there helping people in need.
Right,
So-
absolutely. Well, I'm so glad you came this morning, Captain, to talk to us about that and give us a report on, y'all went twice. You went twice, so I hadn't heard a report on the second time you went, so I'm glad you came this morning to let us know that, give us a report on what y'all did, and we appreciate you going. We appreciate all your efforts. I'm sure they appreciated the resources
Oh, yeah.
that y'all provided. I mean, you've got, like you said, what do you call that thing?
The side by side.
The side by side. All the resources that y'all could offer. And Lord knows they needed all the resources they could get. So thank you for coming this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank y'all for what you do, every one of you on the Nash County Sheriff's Office. We certainly do appreciate here at WHIG. So, all right, we'll be right back, and we'll see you in 2 or 3 weeks.
All
See you,
right.
Skeet.
Yes, sir.
And welcome back to the K-Files, and we're going to talk a little bit about, because as we said, this affects, local politics does affect, our law enforcement and what happens locally here. So we talk about unsolved murders, we talk about crimes here. Well, we hope we can talk about people getting elected that will put the right people in and support our law enforcement. We hope we have people in that will support our law enforcement so that some of these crimes won't happen. So the other night, we're going to have some new Nash County, new Nash
We're
County
going to have a brand new
commissioner.
Nash County Commissioner. Freddie Howell won comfortably against Cornell Taylor. I want to say it was like 65-35 percent. There's, as you know, there's a lot of pressing issues with public safety, infrastructure, things like that the county is having to work on and address. And these have been near and dear to Freddie's his message to the people in Southern Nash County, and they elected him overwhelmingly to go to Nashville and represent them in their best interest. But I just talked to Freddie, and he said he was available for a phone call. if you
Okay,
wanted to
let's call him.
Can you see that?
No, that I can't with
Okay.
my reading glasses.
Do I dial anything?
Yeah, no, just dial the number. Okay, we're going to talk to Freddie Howell, our brand new Nash County Commissioner. This was the seat that Dan Cohn
You must
held.
first dial a 1 when calling this number.
It's a 919.
Okay, yeah. All right, now dial 1. But this was a seat that Dan Cohn held. Freddie Howell will go into the seat now, and that is
District 3.
District 3.
This is Freddie.
I'll let you talk
Freddie,
to
good
him.
morning. Hey, this is JP Barnes. We're live on the K-Files. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. Hope y'all are.
We are
We
doing
are.
great, doing great. We've been talking about politics this morning, talking about some other things, and like I say, we're live on the K-Files, and we wanted to kind of reach out to you, congratulate you on a well-deserved victory. We were talking about, you representing District 3, how you won, your message. We wanted to kind of give you the opportunity to kind of come on and see if there was anything you wanted to say or anything you wanted to share to the people watching this morning.
It's been a 19-month journey, and I'm just tremendously humbled by all the support and the volunteers that's helped me get to where I'm at.
Are you tired?
I'm not tired, but I'm tired of campaigning, but I'm ready to get active, and I'm ready to go forward and represent the people of District 3 and the rest of Nash County and take their values and their concerns forward and get those addressed, and let's get some movement going in local government.
Absolutely. So you're in District 3, and you will be going...
Greenhoe, Bailey, Middlesex, Samaria area.
Okay. All right. And, we haven't heard much over the years from the southern end of the county. Southern end of the county's been real quiet, laid back, sat back, but now it's time to stop sitting back. So...
And it's kind of like, look at what's coming just a few miles from us, Freddie. Look at what's going on in Zebulon, Nightdale. Look at the growth. I mean, it's here. Me and you, we're witnessing it in southern Nash County.
It's spilling over big time.
It sure is.
Zebulon is growing at 50 people a day.
And that is literally right
that's
up the road.
a lot.
Yeah, and I actually have a Zebulon address, even though I'm in Nash County. So the growth is coming to the southern end, and it's crucial that we get the infrastructure in place with the school systems, our first responders, our law enforcement, get the county in a position to where we can accept the growth instead of having to react to it.
Exactly.
You look at early voting. I mean, me and you, we worked the polls there in Mount Pleasant almost every day. And this is one of the things that kind of helped you get through the primary and get elected. How many days would you say Mount Pleasant was either closed or not properly staffed out of 2 weeks?
Numerous days. As a matter of fact, since we finished this up, I've actually spoken to some individuals, and they were actually staging. Some of the days they were staging the ambulances at Mount Pleasant to make it appear they were covered, but they were actually coming from Middlesex.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to get our EMS straight. We've got to be able to service people when they need help in this county. And that's one thing that you have committed to do.
And that emergency services, that's something that can't be understaffed or short, because when you pick up the phone and dial 911, you can't say, well, we're running behind. I'll be there in a few weeks or a few days.
Yeah, let your heart attack wait a little while.
Seconds count. So you've got to have people in place to be able to respond. And, you're only going to be as good as your people. And to keep good people, you got to take care of them. So to me, it's all about taking care of the people. If you take care of them, they will take care of you.
And what's funny is, I'm not going to say any names, but there was a county commissioner from another part of the county who kind of came out and was at the other tent, and we were talking and joking and laughing, and they almost fell. They stepped in a hole. And Freddie was like, don't hurt yourself.
Wow.
There's no EMS coverage in this building. There's EMS units inside, but it was closed that day.
Wow.
We would have probably had to get help from Spring Hope or Momire.
Wow.
But anyway, I mean, man, we look forward to you taking office. And remind me on that, you get sworn in when?
December the 2nd.
December the 2nd.
December the 2nd. Nash County Courthouse or the Nash County Commissioner's Room. What time?
It starts at 9 o'clock. It's the normal commissioners meeting there. Monthly meeting. It starts at 9. I'm not sure exactly how that process goes. I hadn't been informed of the transition yet on that, but
okay.
I know it starts at 9, and all is welcome to come. It's open to the public.
Good deal.
And our commission board will now consist, Sue Leggett won her seat back. So we'll have Robbie Davis, Wayne Outlaw, Freddie Howell, Fred Belfield, Sue Leggett,
Miss Gwen?
Gwen Wilkins. I knew there was another female.
And Marvin.
And Marvin Arrington.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's who our commission board will consist of coming up as of December 2nd. So congratulations again, Freddie. We look forward to you hitting the ground running.
Yes,
Absolutely.
ma'am. Thank y'all.
Be safe, man. We'll see you.
Take care.
Okay. And now we want to talk with Frank Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
He is newly elected to the
He was reelected.
Reelected.
This is
He
one
was
of those
already there.
situations where, because they went through de-merger,
Right.
they went from 11 to 7 people. It
Right.
forced, I think, 3 different districts. You had to run against a current sitting school board member.
That's confusing.
Yeah, it was a bad situation because I was actually good friends with Dean. We
Right.
worked together on the patrol for years, and Frank Lamb has been a very dear family friend for many years.
Right.
Now this is a local number,
Okay.
so
Okay.
if you'll just
I'll
get it
let you
started,
dial.
how
I'll
do
let
you-
you. Oh, I need to get you a line.
do I
don't
dial the area code?
Yes. We're going to be talking to new school board member Frank Lamb.
Hello?
Mr. Lamb, good morning. This is J.P. Barnes. We're live on WIG TV. How are you doing this morning, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing fine, doing fine. I'm here with Miss Sandra. We just wanted to kind of call, reach out to you, congratulate you on your reelection to the new District 3 school board. We know you've served for 19 years. You were a longtime educator and principal in Southern Nash County, coach. I've really enjoyed being your campaign manager, trying to help you get reelected to this position.
You're a prime example of a student teaching a teacher.
Well, again, we wanted to kind of reach out to you and see if there was anything that you wanted to kind of share with the public.
Yes, it's time for us to get back to work. Like I said, I've been involved in 49 years.
Wow.
And in 49 years, we got one of the better superintendents and cabinets that I've ever been associated with. It's time to get back to work and let our superintendent and cabinet support our teachers and start educating our students.
Well, amen to that.
That's exactly right. And one thing I heard you say, and I have thought about this and thought about it, and that is, as long as you put the kids first, everything else is going to take care of itself. And that is so true.
Miss Ann Edge, former board member, she said you keep the main thing the main thing.
And that's true. That is right. The other thing in District 3 that we have kind of on the forefront, and that is the location of a brand new Southern Nash Middle School. Is there anything that you can share with us where things are with that?
We're still looking at different plots of land, and our county commissioners are negotiating the price since they are our funding source. And we want to build it as close to the old middle school as possible so we can use the same septic system to save taxpayers money.
Absolutely.
But we want to build a first-class school like it ought to be, and we'll turn the old middle school into a elementary school to help with some of the growth in the southern end of the county.
Yeah, because we just had Freddie on, and we were talking about infrastructure and what I think is about to be a boom in development and building and population growth in Southern Nash County. And having these new schools in Southern Nash County is going to help tremendously.
It sure is. In fact, I've mentioned a couple of times that the last time I heard, we had 17 students wanting to pay tuition to go to Southern Nash High School from Johnson County and Wake County. because our CTE program, our Ag Tech program, our Ag program and our Vet Tech program is so popular that we want kids coming to Southern Nash.
And something else I heard you say, you were talking to one of the voters here recently, and that is the performance, the new report, the performance report for Nash County schools. We went from like, where are we at now?
108 to 33.
From what?
108 to 33. The 115 school districts in the state, and we were 108. Now we've moved up to 33.
And see, that's a testament
that's
right
really good.
there to our superintendent.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, he is wonderful.
Yeah, that's
He is. And he's one of two superintendents that have lived in the southern end of the county, and to me that means he's going to be here for the duration. So
Yeah.
that's good.
well, that's impressive. That's impressive. My hat's off to him. My hat's off to you. Thank you for almost 50 years of dedicated service to Nash County Public Education. Is there anything else you want to share before we let you go?
Well, kudos to our teachers. They get, as like I said, they need to get the pay scale up to the national average before they keep enlarging the teachers' plate.
Absolutely. I agree with you on
I
that
have
too.
I have a vested interest in that now because I have a daughter that's teaching in Nash County.
Yeah, I didn't realize that teachers didn't make the salary that they make. They are grossly underpaid, and that's sad.
Absolutely.
That's
What
sad.
they have to put up with
Yeah.
a lot of times is just terrible.
Yeah. Because what is a starting teacher salary right now? In the 40s?
40s, yes, sir.
That, I don't know how people live on that.
I don't either.
And you've got a college education, you've got college debt,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, $40,000 is a lot, but $40,000 is
Every
nothing.
public don't realize, the teachers' stop time is not 3:30 in the afternoon, because I've been there and done that. A lot of times, it's 3-4 hours at home when they have their own children and their own family, that they have to invest that time into making sure they're prepared to teach the next day.
Yeah.
Exactly. And people, I hear parents all the time saying, I don't understand why these teachers cannot grade papers like they used to at night at home. For $40,000? For $40,000, really? When I get home from these kids all day, now I'm not grading a paper.
Yeah.
So,
And it's not like working in a factory where you
It's
punch a
also
clock.
staff development that keeps going, ongoing thing too.
yes.
Things they have to do mandated by the state and other agencies.
Well, again, thank you for what you do.
Absolutely.
When do you get sworn back in?
December 6th, I think is the correct date.
Okay. All right.
December
Well, we
6th.
look forward to being in attendance and seeing you get sworn in. And again, thank you for what you've done for Nash County Public Education.
And I know that you've been in it a long time because my daughter is 35 and you were her assistant principal at Southern Middle. I think Sandra Farmer was principal then, if I'm not mistaken.
I was principal at Spring Hope, and I left Spring Hope to become principal at Southern Nash Middle.
Okay.
I was assistant principal at Southern Nash High School for 6 years.
Okay, well maybe she had you
I was
at
fortunate
Southern
enough
Nash.
to work under a great principal at the time. Jerry Carlton was a great mentor for me and others.
Oh yeah.
Principal at Southern Nash.
I remember him, but I remember you being there. It's been so many years I can't remember which school she had you at. But anyway, always have heard good things about you, and you have been in it a long time in the southern end of the county.
Yeah.
So we appreciate all your efforts, and we're going to look forward to what you will do on the board in the future.
Congratulations again, sir. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Okay, it's always good to talk to the candidates. We talked with Representative Alan Chesser on the phone the other night, as well as Freddie Howell. Talked with him on the phone, and he's ready to hit the ground running again. And he was always willing and is so willing to come in and give us a report quarterly about what's going on in the legislature. So anyway, and we do want to congratulate Senator Lisa Barnes on her win again. So that's kind of your report. We have in Congressional District 1, we did not get a win for the Republicans, but got one for the Democrats. So Don Davis returns to that seat in District 1, Congressional District 1. So anyway, that's kind of a report on the elections, and now y'all go back to your normal lives. Let's all go back to our normal lives.
I'm glad it's over. I'm ready for a break.
I'm tired of text.
Yeah.
I'm tired of ads when I look at TV. I'm just tired of worrying about it. So anyway, we'll be right back on the K-Files with the case or two. We will bring you a case or two when we come back right after weather. And welcome back to the K-Files. Well, our time is very limited. We'll get back to our normal schedule next week, but we have a hot now. We normally do talk about a hot now every week, so I think JP's got a hot now for us.
I was not aware that this was even going on until I got up this morning and was getting dressed to come in, and it is where someone in Raleigh is shooting at vehicles on I-40, kind of like the sniper situation we had in Washington, D.C. about 10 years ago.
That's terrible.
Yeah, we've had a lady, a lady was struck by a round in her vehicle on I-40, so here it is. This is the hot now. This is what we know as of this morning. 6 vehicles have been shot on I-40 in Wake County. If you travel I-40 in Wake County, please stay alert. The Raleigh Police Department is investigating incidents that have occurred on I-40 near Chapel Hill Road during the rush hour commute. At approximately 4:58 a.m., officers responded to a report of a vehicle being struck by gunfire along I-40. During the investigation, additional victims reported that their vehicles were also hit by gunfire. Fortunately, no one was injured in these incidents, but again, this story here is from 15 hours ago. This morning they're reporting that a woman has been struck.
Good.
Raleigh
Another one?
There's been 6, Kate, as of right now, 6 different vehicles have been shot over the past 2 days.
On I-40.
I-40, they're between Gorman and Chapel Hill Road. What they're asking, as a matter of fact, WRL reached out to Sheriff Stone. He did an interview this morning, and he was telling the public, look, be mindful, be observant of what's going on. If you see a car that's acting strangely, take a picture, record their license plate, get a vehicle description, direction of travel, anything out of the ordinary.
So they don't have a suspect
No.
at this time, and that's what is so scary, because there's a lot of traffic on that road.
These people could, whoever's doing this, they could be in the woods line. They could be in another vehicle. If you remember, the one in Washington, D.C., they had hollowed out a trunk. They had done something with a tail light that folded down or something, and they were using a sniper rifle out of the trunk of a car, and they were killing people indiscriminately around Washington, D.C. And how that case was solved was what I call a Karen, somebody who was like, something here is odd, something... they reported it, and that's how they were captured. The Raleigh Police Department is asking partners in the area to please be observant when you're traveling the streets and highways. They're seeking the public's assistance in identifying those responsible for these shots fired. If you have any information that could aid in the investigation, they're asking that you reach out to the Raleigh Police Department at 919-996-3335, or even reach out to local law enforcement and share the tip that you might know.
Well, you know, this could affect our area because we reach up to, I mean, our antenna's going everywhere now, and online and all of this and on cable.
And so many people in Nash County work in
Some of these
Raleigh.
people work in Raleigh.
Yes.
So you're traveling that road. Or right now, you're going Christmas shopping in Raleigh or whatever. You go to Raleigh. I got to go right now, but I might wait. But anyway, be mindful when you get on I-40. I tell you, it's bad when you can't even feel comfortable driving down the road. And, you know, at Crabtree, I don't know if you saw it, but not long ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, they had some shootings in the parking lot. They were shooting up cars. Luckily, nobody was in the cars. Luckily. But somebody was shooting up cars at Crabtree in the parking lot.
About 5 years ago on US 264 there near Wilson, started getting reports of cars getting shot. Come to find out it was a 14, 15, 16-year-old kid. He'd get home from school, he'd go into woods, he'd get his .22 rifle, and for whatever reason, he found it amusing to shoot cars traveling down US 264. And the sheriff's office, my hat's off to them, they addressed this, solved the case, and got him charged relatively quickly, but thankfully no one was killed in that.
You know, as if you don't have anything better to do than things like this. I mean, that's what makes me so mad. If you would put some energy and some positive things in your life, then you wouldn't be doing this. But it is a shame that these things are always going to happen. So we just have to be mindful, and that's the reason we bring these things to you, so you can know these things, and if you don't already. So anyway, thank you for that, JP. And we will be mindful as we travel down I-40. And we thank you to Keystone for his information that he gave to WRL about situations like this. So anyway, we got to go, y'all. It seems like it's been a long morning, but anyway, talked about a lot of things this morning, which is what we like to do. So anyway, make it a great day. We'll see you tomorrow on the morning show, and we'll see you next Thursday, JP and myself, on the K-File.